how that would probably help stimulate the lending into the economy and into the lower socioeconomic class.
This is, it's a way for farmers to work together and to acquire market power. And it turns out it works well in some sectors and not in others. If I remember correctly, it works well in the rubber industry, but much less in the palm oil. And it turns out it's because the palm oil market is more competitive. So if a large firm was to lend to a small farmer, then the small farmer incentive to repay, to sell their product minus the loan is small, because they can always sell spot somewhere else. While in the rubber market, it's a duopoly. And so the two main companies speak to each other and basically act as a credit bureau, you see. And so it's really funny that the market that's more monopolized works better because they can, these two companies can develop relationship with their customers, credit customers here, while in the palm industry it's not feasible. And really this is simply due to the fact that the credit market doesn't work there. If it was possible to separate credit from the provision of inputs and marketing services, then this would work in both industries. And the key that's missing there is simply a good credit bureau, so that your name is on the list, and if you default to a bank, all banks know about it. It's institutional discovery that has to be made. I know that has been effort in the past, but it is very important for agriculture in particular to do it now.
B Systems, Auto Plaza, Hyundai, CHS, Toyota Ghana Limited, ESA Signage, Central University College, STL Ghana, Express International Africa, SIC Insurance Company, Ghana International Bank PLC, Interplus, EDF Unilever, Graphic Communications, Joy FM. We want to thank you. We are waiting for the others to sign up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for those wonderful questions that have elicited from us these wonderful answers. It is now time for me to call on the Honorable Minister to give us his chairman's closing remarks. Shall we put our hands together for him? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Once again, and to respond to some of the issues that were raised. Ombudsman, consumer protection. I'm aware that government is currently facilitating a specific legislation which will deal with matters of generally protecting consumers, not just within the banking sector, but in all aspects of our national economy. Only last week, I recall that I had some meeting with two of my colleague ministers, and it was to ask them the extent to which we're giving meaning to the request by His Excellency the President to review the Export Development and Investment Fund to become Export Development and Agricultural Fund. Indeed, I was shown a draft bill, and I'm sure that within the next few days we should finalize it and send it to Parliament, so that that fund will not just be used to support export. In any case, what are they exporting? Agricultural products largely. We think that some funding of it must be made available for the banking sector as it's done, so that you could give it out to the agricultural sectors and farmers at a lower rate. My understanding is that currently you do 12% of money which comes from ADIF to financial institutions that are set to do it. We should be able to do lower for that sector. So that is the decision of government in order to expand credit to that particular sector. Closing remarks, I'm not too sure I want to distort the very issues that were raised by our previous speakers, but just to highlight two issues. Executive Secretary CIG was concerned about proximity and accessibility of banking services. He was unhappy about your lack of use of ICT infrastructure. I'm also happy to know that my ministry has a role to play to assure you, because currently you don't have digital signature registers.